Welcome everyone. Welcome to the Bridge Builders of Diversity, where we're bridging the gap between the typical community and the disability community. For those of you who do not know me, my name's Sherry. I'm a mother of a child with Down syndrome, and he's also had healthcare issues throughout his life. One major one, he had his heart repaired, a VSD repair at 5 months old. So I've been through a lot of medical issues with my son, and recently we have a new diagnosis. And researching his new diagnosis, which is looks like another autoimmune disease. It's called hidradenitis suppurativa, which is a very painful skin disorder. The other name for it is inverse acne. So his body can make boils and stuff like that, and it's very painful. I was first told that it was a follicle hair acne, and he would outgrow it once he got through puberty. But as the months have been going on, it's progressively gotten worse. So I wanted to talk about new diagnoses and how do we deal with managing that. And I also have a senior dog who's having healthcare issues too. And my dog's been wonderful with my children. When we got them, they were 3 and 6. He's never growled, bit, snipped, nothing, any of my children. So he's been an amazing dog, and we're going to do everything we can to support him in his senior years. So, you know, having another diagnosis, another thing to manage, skincare, that takes a lot more time than just giving a simple pill or something. So I have to check his skin over every day. I have to do things to help prevent these boils from getting worse. He's on daily antibiotics, so we're going to make sure he has probiotics so his gut health stays as healthy as possible while we're managing this new skin disorder. So it's not easy. It's overwhelming. You know, I already have, my life is full. I work full time. I'm a single mother. I take care of a special needs child. Managing care and coverage for him of his special needs and his healthcare needs can be quite demanding, because I have to make sure there's people who are qualified to be with him, who know how to take care of his healthcare needs. And he's also hard of hearing, so I need somebody who either signs or understands his utterances and his unclear speech. So that comes with a lot, you know. So what do? I research, I get all my ducks in a row, figure out how I'm going to manage this. Everybody involved in his care needs to know what's going on, what to look for. So I need to educate all of them, or give them access to the doctor if they have questions, or I can ask next time I go. So there's a lot that comes with already having a special needs child. And all their healthcare needs. And here he is 17, and I'm thinking the healthcare stuff is manageable. I can handle what we have. And now I have another one that's a little bit more time consuming. So I have to, well, he already needs assistance taking a bath, prompting to wash, but now we got to watch out for his skin. And my son has a low immune system. It's just right above normal. So he has an army, but a small army, which means even little cuts have gotten infected through the years. We've always had to watch out for stuff like that, because they'll start getting that red inflammation around it. And he has been on antibiotics in the past for even the smallest of cuts, where most of us can get a little cut, we're fine, our bodies can handle it. So with this new disorder is more concerning, because these things can get infected. They're boils, there's bacteria in them. So we really have to manage this very closely and keep an eye on it. So, you know, for all you other special needs parents who have to deal with stuff like this, or maybe you've had a plateau of steadiness with the healthcare you got to manage, and you know, everybody involved in your child's care understands it and everything. So what did I do? I first educated myself. I looked up the disorder, I looked up the association with Down syndrome, his thyroid disease, and because of those two things, it would make him at higher risk to having this. Usually people have a familiar pattern of this disorder, but his 21st chromosome is affected, which this autoimmune disease is affected on the 21st chromosome, ironically. So from what the research I've done, it would put him at higher risk for the, we'll call it the inverse acne, because it's a lot easier to remember and to speak. So I researched it. We've gone to the dermatologist. He's going to be monitored much more closely. And he's on a month dose of antibiotic. And then when we go back the end of the month, we'll predetermine what the next steps are. So things I'm doing at home is making sure he's cleaned appropriately. I'm making sure I'm being very diligent about cleaning the tub out to limit the exposure to bacteria. So I'm keeping that extra clean, and we're fitting it into our schedule. We've educated his father and his past workers, so they're aware of the situation and what to look out for. I also make it a point to take good care of myself, because if you're not taking care of yourself, it's very difficult to take care of others. So I have a puppy to make sure I'm getting out every day. And I have to walk him, even if it's around the neighborhood. If I have time to take him to the park, if I have somebody to sit with my son with disabilities, I can head off to the woods with my puppy and relax, clear my head, and do something special for me. Making sure you're getting enough sleep. I'm very fortunate. My son sleeps very well. I know some parents have children who don't sleep very well, and that's another thing to manage. Whether you can work out something with somebody so you can get a couple good nights sleep a week. You know, those are things you have to look at and get creative with trying to manage your sleep if you have a child who doesn't sleep. But we can do a separate video on that, because that's a whole topic on its own. Just talking my circumstances. So thankfully my son sleeps very well. He goes to bed early and wakes early. He's on the same cycle as me. So that has worked out very well with our circumstances. So very important that you get your sleep and your rest. And having coverage, so you can either take a nap, go out, do shopping, go for a walk by yourself, just breathe. So very important. So that all comes with another new diagnosis of managing all of this stuff. So come up with a plan, educate yourself, and make sure you're taking care of yourself. You're not harming anybody if you're taking an hour for yourself to go for a walk, go get a cup of coffee with a friend, walking your puppy around the neighborhood. As long as your child is safe and with a competent person, you're good. Or if you're in a two-parent household, maybe you can switch off. So hubby wants to go to the gym, go play golf, go bowling with a buddy, or you want to go get a cup of coffee with your girlfriend, or go for a walk at the park, or just be by yourself. Those are things you all negotiate and you have to work out for your own mental health. And it's very important in caring for somebody with special needs. So come up with a plan, write your list down. I'm sure Roberta would have other suggestions as well. Looking at it from the outside in, I get to see it from the inside out, and Roberta's a special educator. She will be back soon. For those of you who don't know, she lost her husband unexpectedly this summer, so she needs a little time to herself. So she'll be back soon, okay? And we'll have her great insight into these things, because she gets to see it from the outside in, and we see it from the inside out because we live it every day. So it's two very different perspectives and lenses, which are, I think, very critically important to everybody in the special needs world, and bridging that gap between the typical community and the disability community, which is what Roberta and I are all about, and bridging that gap and having that connection so we can all live in a harmonious world, perfect world together. So please like and share and subscribe to our channel. Please help our algorithm out by liking our videos. It would be greatly appreciated. And we appreciate you. And please listen for more content. And I'll also put a link to our TED Talk in the description below so you can see that. All right, we appreciate you guys and love ya. And we'll talk soon. Bye-bye.